for Edison. He'll chip it out of danger. Fine, Bernardo Silva nudges that on to Doku. Chests it down superbly. Back for Nathan Ake. Forward to Rodri, and this is where it all starts. Rodri's pass wasn't that good, and Alvarez will do well to keep possession for City. Then Foden. There's been an error here from Foden. He hasn't actually kept that in. Guardiola is up on his feet. He knows what this means in terms of the title race, at least setting the narrative for the next month. If Liverpool can somehow extract a win. Guardiola unbeaten in 7 Premier League games at home against Liverpool. And that's what is on the line. Tsimikas now. Back for Van Dijk in their own defensive third. He'll switch play. A hopeful ball out to Salah, the Egyptian. And he worked some ancient magic there. That was beautifully done. Whipped it back. And now the forward pass for Jones. Intended for him, but headed away. Rodri now out of trouble. At 3 to get it through. Finds space now for Doku. Into the box. Around 1, around 2. We'll leave it for Rodri. Scramble at the back. Somehow Liverpool closing down the space. Out to the left. They need to knock it into the back post. That's where Haaland is. He needs to run in at it. Silva will try his luck. I think he wanted that ball to ricochet off Alexander-Arnold. That'll be another corner. Left side of the pitch. 26 minutes into the game. 0-0 at the Etihad. Liverpool coming into this one having played 12, won 8, drawn 3, only lost the 1. City have lost 2 coming into this. Conceded 12 against Liverpool's 10. Who will be the first to concede here, though? The Citizens. Again, it'll be Alvarez. Loops it in high. It's actually come off a Liverpool player. I think that was Van Dijk or Szoboszlai, one or the other, who got in each other's roads. So that'll be another corner, but from the opposite side, because that's just gone the goal line side of the corner flag. Alvarez will jog on over. The number 19, 4 goals and 4 assists for him. Second year after leaving River Plate. Here he comes. Goes short along the byline. Silva's there. Fakes the back heel. Now he makes some space for Foden. Will he line up the shot? It took a deflection of Jones and then set up perfectly for Becker, whose clearance is not a good one. Floats its way through to Ake. Around 1, around 2. Here's Haaland! And he dispatches the goal into the bottom right corner. Becker got a hand to it, but Erling Haaland only needed the 1 chance to reach 50 Premier League goals. 27th minute, it is Manchester City 1, Liverpool 0 on match day 13. So clinical when it counts. Erling Haaland in for goal number 14. Add the 36 from last season. Quickest player to get to 50. Witnessing history, and it all started with Becker's shocking punt forward. It went about 30 metres straight up like a rugby clearance. Ake went round 1, went round 2. Easy pass in towards Haaland. Ake just at the edge of the box, the pass for Haaland. Left foot across Becker in line with the left post. Finds the bottom right post just inside. Becker punching the ground. I think it may have even been a case of a Liverpool defender hitting Haaland's foot as he struck the ball, and it helped it along with the angle. Pep Guardiola celebrates with a big fist. Jurgen Klopp will be absolutely furious with that passage of play. Fewest games to 58 Premier League goals. Haaland with 48, Andy Cole with 65. So 17 games the difference. And of course it's a lot of pundits who claim that players aren't Premier League ready when they come here. It's taken him 1 season and 13 games to break the record, cruising on in. Erling Haaland, you are a superstar. Now Salah. Can he inspire Liverpool to get back on level terms? Here's Nunez out towards Szoboszlai. His cross. First it hits Ake and then put out of play. So Kanji just inside Ake. I think City might revert to a back four in this situation. Try and remain compact. That was the big word being used before the game by Jurgen Klopp. I wouldn't say that passage of defending for Haaland's goal was very compact. Now some space. Tsimikas will go first time. Back inside for Jota. Tries to take on Rodri. Not sure if that was an improvised attempted back heel or not. Forward header from Matip. Haaland's pass back inside for Alvarez. Should have gone out to the left instead for Doku. Now the ball again around the penalty spot for Diogo Jota. He can't contain it. And was there an offside flag in any case? Half an hour gone. Liverpool trail by the goal. Two offside players as Liverpool come forward there. That ball from the midfield, and Salah was the central runner. Nunez had peeled off to the right. But two of them were offsides. So 15 minutes for Liverpool to find a goal before the break. Otherwise, it looks as though City will have a chance to make it 24 from 24 at home. Consecutive wins. Trying to pick the lock out of defence. Walker's ball chopped off right on the halfway line. It will sit for Walker once more. Now Rodri. Bernardo Silva has to get a move on. And Szoboszlai breathing down his neck. Now Diaz waits for Nunez. Finds Edison. His pass had to be accurate. Found Rodri. Lateral to vertical to diagonal. This is how they get out of trouble. Now into the attacking half. Doku. Lightning speeds. It's upon request from Jeremy Doku. Grealish wasn't feeling the best, so Doku brought into the side, or maintains his place in the side. Of course, the big game before the break was that 4-4 away at Chelsea. And Haaland opened it with a penalty for 1-0 on the 25th. Silva and Sterling made it 2-1 for Chelsea. Kanji in that first half stoppages made it 2-2. Then Haaland 3-2 in the 47th minute. Nico Jackson in the 67th. Rodri 4-3 for City in the 86th. And then the Cole Palmer penalty, the ex-City boy. Here's Doku. And his shot has taken a touch. Trying to curl that into the far corner. About 4 yards to the left of the left post. That inverted winger run around Alexander-Arnold has taken a touch off Matip and sails wide. So City with the corner from the right. Alvarez with a one arm raised. Now it's looking very full. I think everyone's got their drinks done and they're back in their seats. Capacity crowds. Alvarez's corner headed away. City still with it though. Foden. Rodri back to the halfway line for Walker. And that game against Chelsea, Vardiol did start that one. So in comes Ake for him, and the rest of the side is unchanged. Liverpool with a 3-0 win against Brentford. It was at Anfield. A couple of goals disallowed very early on. Mo Salah made he got Liverpool the lead in the 39th minute, then made it 2-0 in the 62nd as Nunez comes forward. Now there's some space. He can fire one off if he wants here. Does he want to take it on? No. It goes to Salah. Big angle up against Ake. Dutchman got a foot to it. Now Foden's back. And really well worked out. Foden still looking to open up some space for the release pass. Doesn't find Ake. Forward comes Alexander-Arnold. And that's something that City's done well. They've been able to quell that threat from the number 66 for Liverpool. But this is good. The counter-attack may have hit Nunez's arm, and we would have seen if this ball actually went in the goal if there was a foul and a lead-up. But Salah brought to a halt by Ake, staunch defender. Mo Salah, 198 Liverpool goals with a brace here today. And they've got a corner here. Alexander-Arnold will deliver. Lovely delivery into the middle. He picked up on the outside of the box. Tsimikas swinging out to the right once more. Alexander-Arnold and Jones. Now back for Tsimikas again. He's the last defender. McAllister's there. This is Doku, so McAllister will go to Nunez. His header forward. Salah saying he was pushed. Or perhaps it was a handball from Akanji. It wasn't the biggest appeal. It wasn't exactly like it was a plum LBW. Edison fling a left boot clearance. Here's Haaland with the boot high enough to win that first. Found Rodri. A series of quick triangle passes, and now it's been given away. This is lovely from Liverpool. Szoboszlai finds Nunez. He can't find the angle. He had to turn his body and thread the ball through the legs of Edison. Very, very tight angle on the left side of the goal, but they only manufactured this chance because of the high pressing. Szoboszlai, a big component. Nunez looking to get to goal number 5. He's in red-hot form after 3 goals with Uruguay. Danger man. Now from the goal kick, it's Edison. Forward to Rodri, and Liverpool once more are closed down, really clogging the lung of that City exit from defence. No room to breathe. Somehow they find their way through, though. Intricate passing to get out of danger. So Salah with those 2 goals against Brentford. Then Diogo Jota made it 3-0. The 74th minute. Bernardo Silva sprays it out to Doku. Can he knock this in? Doesn't usually like to bring it in aerially. Likes to run at defenders, create some chaos. He's very much like the Belgian Kvaratskhelia. Napoli playing Atalanta later today. Everyone wanted to see a Napoli City final. It was Inter, City getting the job done, and here's Alvarez on the overlapping run with Foden. The Argentinian took his eye off the ball. It's come off his left foot now for a Becker goal kick. So far, it's Erling Haaland that has made the difference here. His 50th Premier League goal in just his 48th game. It all started with a shocking punt forward from Becker. Ake so casually got through and found Haaland right on the edge of the box. Took a touch, hit it to the bottom right corner. It's the running off the ball that makes Haaland so dangerous. Not just his skills on it, not just his big frame, his physicality, his aerial presence, his superstar status comes through the work ethic. Oh, that's Edison with a ball, a sensational one through the middle. Evaded 2 Liverpool players. Now it's with Doku. Slow it down, back to Rodri on the halfway. 38th minute of play at 1-0 for Manchester City. Changes from that Brentford game for Liverpool. No Endo, no Gakpo. But it's McAllister who's back from suspension. And Curtis Jones into this 11. So just the 1 change for Guardiola, 2 for Liverpool altogether. First versus second. And the current standings, though, will show you a 4-point gap. City on 31 points right now. That's Silva trying to find the pass around the back of Matip. Can't quite get it in the right area. Now Nunez. Diaz slows him down. It's very much Manchester City setting the tempo. Foden, almost a dance move mixed with some martial arts there to clear the ball. It'll be a Liverpool throw in the attacking half, though, on the left side. So Van Dijk I'll work it out with Matip. This is just the 11th goal that Liverpool has conceded. Only Arsenal boast a better defence. But they still have to play in this round, so they might concede. And it's a big day of Premier League football. Burnley, West Ham and Luton, Crystal Palace playing the 3 o'clock kickoff as well. Tsimikas on the ball with 6 minutes to go until the break. Points won from losing positions, 11 points all up for Liverpool. So if there is a team that can mount a comeback and get wins, it is the mighty Reds. A club that's won 19 First Division or Premier League titles. Long time between drinks, 1990 and then 2020. Manchester City, though, much more successful in recent times. I guess that's what a stack of cash will do to you, and good decisions in the market. Now it's Salah. Gets around one, finds the passing behind. Here's Nunez. Linesman's flag stays down for now. Nunez out to the right half space. Will find Salah, who eventually puts the ball into the back of the net, but it won't count. Ederson didn't even bother making the save because he saw the linesman eventually made the decision. Nunez was offside by about a metre. The back of Diaz. City defence didn't scramble back. Really careless defending at the other end, though, for Haaland's goal. His father here to see it. Manchester City 9-time champion. 5 of those coming in the last 6 seasons. Roberto Mancini in 2012 getting that all-important first one since 1968. Of course, the fans have turned up and jumped ship. Here's McAllister. Oh, try and fire one in. Took it on from about 30 yards. Then Salah out to the right side again. The chip comes in over the heads of Jota. And it's kept in. Fantastic work from Tsimikas. Here's Jones to the edge of the box. He goes square, and it was telegraphed, and away comes Silva. Puts his body on the line, draws in the defender, releases Doku. Now it's Alvarez down the right side, or Haaland. Where's Doku going to go? Goes to Alvarez. And not sure if that was a cross or a shot. In the end, a bit of both. It goes harmlessly behind. Liverpool survive. This was all Bernardo Silva's making. Genius. Just in front of his own penalty area. He's able to draw in McAllister, release Doku. They were chasing him to no avail. And again, it's another high offensive turnover. Rodri out to Doku. He's only got one to beat. Gets around Matip. Then the Cameroonian. What a recovery. Salah. Now there's a 2-on-1. Liverpool out towards Nunez. Out to the sideline, though. He's on the right wing. He's got Jota at the back post. Tries to pull it back. Linesman says that's come off Nunez and not Diaz. So there'll be an Ederson goal kick in the 43rd minute. What a first half it's been. You'd have to say City has deserved the lead if there was a deserved leader. XG now at 0.45 for Manchester City and 0.19 for Liverpool. 64% of the ball with the citizens. 5 goal attempts to 4. That's all about how clinical Liverpool can be. And will the game open up in the second half? Is there something for them in the first half? Here's Ederson. Again, that was risky. Somehow It was a bullet ball forward. Release Alvarez. He's got three in front of him. Haaland's Foden out to the right. Alvarez makes the run in. And then it's Alvarez who created space for Foden. He shot that through on the left. I think Becker's got a hand to that and pushed it wide. Alvarez here found Foden. Then Alvarez makes the run. Takes... almost shepherded, and that made a whole load of space there, and it is Becker that's prevented that from hitting the same corner that Haaland found. Very nearly going 2-0 up on the half-time whistle. Alexis McAllister, I think, has taken a knock to the face. He's going to have to brace himself here for the Julian Alvarez corner from the right side. 45th minute. Is it Haaland o'clock once again? He'll make the run in. Almost a free header there for Diaz. And Ake rose high around the back. There's a little too much on that. Liverpool, the defence, not exactly outstanding on this occasion either from the set piece. Lacking that cohesion. Manchester City, and they have been splendid at the back, especially considering Nunez's form. And Salah, who's on the ball now. Szoboszlai into the middle, he goes first time, still a loose ball there, and somehow City can tidy up at the back. Liverpool still with it, just the 1 minute of first half added time. Tsimikas in for Jones. Spread it across towards Alexander-Arnold. Very central location though. Corralled by Haaland. You don't want him right behind you. It's poking his big left boot and take it away. Tsimikas. Back for Van Dijk. The switch comes. Square ball from Matip. Doku comes towards him. Liverpool going backwards. Might be safer to go to Becker. Szoboszlai dinks one back to McAllister. There is some space here for Alexander-Arnold. Really nice sliding tackle there from Silva to see out a big first half for Manchester City, who have the lead at the Etihad Stadium on match day 13. Erling Haaland with his 50th Premier League goal. Beautifully taken in the 27th minute. An error at the back, not just from Becker. It was a collective effort and a magnificent day for the 23-year-old Norwegian. 13th goal of the season. And City, with that lead over Liverpool, will be back for the second half in about 10 minutes. to go for the final 45 minutes. Big chance for Liverpool to at least contain Manchester City, keep it to just the 1 point, or perhaps better that and overtake the reigning champion in the Premier League standings. Matchday 13 action. Liverpool to kick us off in the second half at Etihad Stadium. Today's referee Chris Kavanagh about to blow, and after we take this, Liverpool eventually do get us going. Matip will send us long, and it will find its way down the left side. Tsimikas now back for Becker. It was his clearance that didn't find its mark. It was brought down. Ake carved his way between a couple of Liverpool midfielders, found Haaland on the edge of the box, and he just took a touch, hit it on his left, found the bottom right corner. And that is how we have the separation between the two sides. City currently with a 4-point lead in the standings. On the live standings, on Sofascore, you can check those as the game goes on. Open up the website, open up the app, and get going. Now, there's a bit of space in behind for Haaland, and it wasn't seen by Silva. Instead, he preferred Doku. City going from right to left there in the home light blue. 27 wins on the trot, looking to make it 28 and looking good stead. Here's Ake. Just nudged to ground by Szoboszlai. City will have a free kick with a minute gone in the second term. We'll get confirmation on the lineups coming in. Doesn't look as if either side have made a change. And we'll go through those again for you. Alisson in goal for Liverpool, the away side. Matip and Van Dijk are the central defenders, with Alexander-Arnold on the right. Tsimikas on the left, the former Olympiacos player. 3 in the midfield and 3 up top for Liverpool. McAllister, Jones, Szoboszlai. And they are accompanied forward by Salah on the right wing, Diogo Jota on the left, with Darwin Núñez, the Uruguayan, in first-class form with Uruguay. Liverpool need to turn to him, you would think. Did get a header on target. It was well saved by Ederson. Fine save, in fact, to ensure Liverpool couldn't find the back of the net in the first half. Manchester City, they've come out with an unchanged lineup in the second half. It's technically what you would call a 3-2-4-1. As Liverpool win a free kick in the central area of the pitch out to the right side. McAllister will take this. Back over to Van Dijk. It's Ederson in goal for City. Kyle Walker, Ruben Dias and Nathan Ake at the back, with Manuel Akanji playing that Stones role, helping out Rodri in the middle. Bernardo Silva, Julian Alvarez, Phil Foden and Jeremy Doku, they are in support of Erling Haaland. Here's McAllister. Now he'll switch play over to the right side. It's about a 40-yard pass. Finds Salah. Well taken. Up towards Ake. Off the outside of the boots. Couldn't find. That's Núñez that was waiting in the half space. Well blocked by McAllister as City look to exit. Here's Alexander-Arnold up against Ake. Took a touch. Akanji will clear it. Liverpool throw. Right side of the pitch. Still within about 40 yards of Ederson's goal. Current summary. I'll show you the stats. The XG for Liverpool, 0.21. They need to up that. City have theirs at 0.46. 61% of the ball as well. And 5 goal attempts to 4. Haaland now has got his hands all over McAllister, who wins the free kick about 45 out from goal, directly in front. And what will Alexander-Arnold do here? It's been about curtailing his impact in general play. We've seen him taking the set pieces, but unable to whip balls in. Just outside the half space, outside the penalty box, that's where he's most dangerous. So the citizens here lining up about 5 yards outside their own box to defend. Alexander-Arnold's with a slight angle to work with. He'll chip this in right to the edge. Good header from Ake. The big clearance comes from Bernardo Silva after it was brought down by Alvarez. It's a high clearance. Alexander-Arnold had to be imperious there at the back, and indeed he was. And again, he will smash it forward. That is a beautiful ball out to Mo Salah, and wants to go inside. Ake twists in, turns, takes it to the byline, well shepherded by Momo Akanji, to the applause of those here in attendance. Big home crowd. Mo Salah, 11 goals against Manchester City in his career, 31 years old now, the Egyptian. 10 goals and 4 assists in this current season. His 7th year since leaving Roma. Played with Fiorentina and Chelsea. A genuine superstar of the game. And it's about he against Haaland. Different players, but the leading goal scorers for both sides with Nunez and Alvarez. The subplot. City in possession. Liverpool with a high line of 3 and then 2 straight behind them. Now Rodri will find a pass out towards the right for Walker out there. Now a lovely ball from Silva's chopped off, otherwise it would have been Doku away. Here's Alexander-Arnold. Will curl the ball in. That's going to go out for a Liverpool corner. And once more, it should be Alexander-Arnold to fire this in. And Guardiola looks a little frustrated with the way his team are trying to get forward in transition and then leaving far too much space open for Liverpool to run into. The Reds still trailing. Up comes Van Dijk. It'll be the Dutchman. Jones is there, as is Matip. It'll be Tsimikas to whip this in on the left from the right sides. In it comes. Really good area. Ederson will claim that with 2 hands, though. He judged it to perfection, and the throw forward doesn't find Foden. Now Szoboszlai chips it out to the left wing. It's stellar defending from Kyle Walker. You can see here Liverpool are doing so well to open things up. The switch will have to come. Over the back it will go for Doku to take on his man. It's McAllister. He gets past him with ease. Will square it up. And it's Alvarez who chips it over the top of goal. Poor finish. Had to hurry. I think he panicked a little. Might have been able to take a touch here, Julian Alvarez, to look for his 5th of the season. It was Doku beat the man McAllister, and surely should be receiving a yellow for holding Doku back. Well, stuck his arm out. I'm not sure how much it impeded Doku. He was able to square things up for Alvarez, more or less on the penalty spot, on the left boot. He has put that over the top, blazing over the top. And Diogo Jota is down. Medical staff are out there having a conversation with Curtis Jones. I think Gakpo might be one of the resolutions here. Just looking at those benches. Diaz is there. Harvey Elliott, Endo, Gakpo, Gomez, Konate, Kwanzaa, Gravenberch as well. So we'll see who will. Beautifully taken in the 27th minute. An error at the back, not just from Becker. It was a collective effort and a magnificent day for the 23-year-old Norwegian. 13th goal in terms of getting forward, and it's all about the running off the ball for him. Substantial effort. I think it's time for Jurgen Klopp to bring in some reinforcements. And Jota will be the first. 54th minute change at the Etihad. Curtis Jones is the other one. It's about to make way. Luis Diaz will come in, so he should take over up forward on the left. Gravenberch will come into that midfield role. City back into the attack down the right wing. Foden's there. Intricate little ball in for Rodri. Arriving is Bernardo Silva. Haaland on the volley. And again, I had to rush his effort. It's a little sliced. He's chipped that over the top of goal. It was a swing of the leg. It was rather high. He had Matip coming towards him, so he opted to take it as early as possible. Big opportunity here for Ryan Gravenberch, who's come over from Bayern Munich for 40 million euros. Former Ajax player. Ederson with the ball for City in his own area. Really good distribution out to the right side. And first class from Walker. He's so reliable on that side. 33 years old, former Tottenham player in his 7th season. 1 assist for him. Such a pillar at the back. His chip this time doesn't find the man. Liverpool win it back in the attacking half. Here's Luis Diaz, dispossessed, back to Ederson it goes. Gravenberch with Bayern Munich did play 1 game this season before leaving. 24 last term for a 0-goal return. In for his 8th of this particular season. He's just 21 years old. So we'll see who he fronts up against in that midfield. More than likely will be a Bernardo Silva figure. At this point, it's Nunez by himself and then a line of 4 in the high press from Liverpool. Ederson has to go long. Doku won't win that. And out the right side for Salah. Wants to take on Silva. Will stop. Get the ball back from Alexander-Arnold inside again to Szoboszlai. Chip out for Salah. They're really trying desperately to manufacture something down there with the Pharaoh. Aki will see it behind. 57th minute. 1-0 for Manchester City over Liverpool. Corner from the right side. The only 2 changes of the game so far. Tsimikas brings it in. Decent delivery at the near post. It all coming back out to McAllister. Then Alexander-Arnold with a chip. They might be caught out here at the back if Doku can get round Alexander-Arnold. He's able to hold him up. Doku now waits for Haaland. And also waits for Silva out to the left. Silva down the channel. Finds Alvarez. They come up towards McAllister. 2 World Cup winners. Back it goes to the halfway. City will settle it down. I think they'll be happy with a 1-0 win. It's all about dominance. It's all about that dominion at the top. Doku. Again, they go behind. Just looking to draw Liverpool out. Try and stretch their shape. Everyone behind the ball for the Reds. A line of 4, then a staggered couple of lines. In behind they come. Walker. Oh, he's done well to hold that possession. Finds Foden. He's shot. Had the sting taken out of it. And now it'll be an offside call against Foden as the ball came pinballing back towards him. 59th minute. Luis Diaz has 3 goals this campaign, and for his 12th so far. This game has been all about Erling Haaland and the world that we all live in, which is his. 50th goal in the Premier League, the fastest player to do it. A historic day in the Premier League. 48 games it's taken him. It's 17 less than Andy Cole. Liverpool out with Nunez. Has to slice his way through. Can't get around to Ake, who claims it should be a goal kick. He says it's come off Nunez. Liverpool with another corner. So a few injuries for both sides. No De Bruyne, obviously. Kovacic and Nunez for Guardiola. Klopp missing Robertson, Thiago Alcantara and Bajcetic. The corner count starting to work out nicely for Liverpool. In the 60th minute, in for their 4th. Good delivery in from the right. It's come off Akanji bounces dangerously. No one there. Salah hooks it back in. And again, it's Foden who will sky this one. McAllister, a measured header to find Tsimikas. Now he'll have to switch play. Lots of room for Alexander-Arnold. His first touch all important. He'll switch it back for Gravenberch. All brought down by the big Dutchman. He'll find Nunes. Wants to open up some space. Fires a rocket in. Hits Bernardo Silva. Spills out for Matip, who's in a spot of bother here because Haaland and Doku combine to dispossess him, and they want to get forward quickly. Down the channel it goes. Doku just runs in that direction. Hopeful the ball will sit. It doesn't. It goes to the advantage of Szoboszlai. Now Salah, who is chopped down by Bernardo Silva. No malicious intent, but definitely made the contact, and Salah was able to draw in the Portuguese master. Little impulsive by Bernardo Silva, but effective. Now the chip in behind. Oh, that could have gone anywhere. It's come off Diaz and diverts away from the goal. Could have come off him and been a horrible own goal. I might just make that caveat there. So Liverpool with a corner from the left side. Tsimikas once more. Opting for the outswinger here. In it comes, a high delivery. Really nice delivery and a big header there from Van Dijk into the safe clutches of Edison. And Virgil van Dijk is goalless this season. That would have been a huge way to bring Liverpool back into this game, and probably their best chance of this half. Ruben Diaz on the ball. Now Akanji spears a pass through for Foden. Up against Tsimikas. Liverpool defenders getting back. Offside flag goes. That must have been quite tight there, that call. Liverpool coming off that 3-0 win over Brentford. It's been quite a good season for them. Quite achievers that have culminated something big before the break. It's a season where they've lost just the one time, and they've won 3 of the last 4. That draw with Luton Town perhaps hampering their status. They could have been at the top of the Premier League coming into this one. And been able to come in with a different mindset. Now Doku, over halfway, goes inside McAllister, then past Gravenberch, all the way out to the right side. He'll run and deliver for Foden, one winger to the other. Of course, in all competitions, Liverpool losing to Toulouse, that 3-2 cliffhanger. It's Alvarez now, ball to the back post, over the head of Bernardo Silva. Nice shape on the ball there. And it was Foden. He had 2 options. It was 2-on-2 there, right on the 6-yard line. But the pass finding neither Haaland nor Silva. Again, City able to just crowd Liverpool out of possession once more. Ruben Diaz now, helped out by Rodri, then Silva. Those are the 2 players you want the ball with. Okay, Silva. 2 walls that Jurgen Klopp has out there. Is that wall of 5, and then if Manchester City get past that line of pressure, they can go at the next lot of 5. At the moment it's McAllister in between a wall of 4 and 5. Now it's out to Doku on the left wing, up against Alexander-Arnold. It's a battle for pace here. Doku wins it to the back post. Haaland sweeps the leg, doesn't actually made contact with the ball. It's away for now. Shot comes back in, deflected. And that's Rodri claiming it's hit an arm in the box. 65th minute, City leading 1-0. They all come towards referee Chris Kavanagh. Who at this point has no choice but to have at least pose the question. I don't think it's come off the arm there. Gravenberch, it's definitely come off the backsides. They're clutching at real straws here, Manchester City. Maybe it's hit the body, then the hands, and flicked away. In any case, it's definitely a corner for the citizens at home, left side of the pitch. Alvarez on the right boot, it's an in-swinger, back post. Good positioning there by Virgil van Dijk. It's come off Ruben Dias. So Alisson Becker will have the goal kick. The next game's coming up. It's Liverpool at home to Lask, then at home to Fulham next weekend. So Lask is the midweek game in the Europa League. And for Manchester City, they've got a home game here. That's midweek against RB Leipzig. And then the big one. It's City, a tough week. It's Liverpool, RB Leipzig, then Tottenham. And Tottenham will have a couple of big players back, including Destiny Udogie. So in the back third, City. Good hustle from McAllister up against Ake. Goalkeeper finds Akanji, out to Ake. Salah's there, chops off the angle so that Rodri couldn't be found. But in comes Bernardo Silva and releases a fine pass forward for Alvarez, who will curl one out to the left wing. There's pinpoint, out to Doku. Wants to run in at Alexander-Arnold, find a teammate in the middle. But back is Gravenberch, and will send that behind once more. Left side of the pitch. It'll be a 67th minute corner for Manchester City. Now, how long until Guardiola makes changes? So a big moment here in this match. Another set piece. Julian Alvarez with the wanting crowd watching on. In it comes to the back post. It's there to be tucked home. It is Ruben Dias. A huge error from Alisson Becker. Another howler. And the ball's in the back of the net. The goal hasn't been added to the scoreboard, though. And the referee now coming over to have a chat to the goalkeeper. What's happened here? Did Haaland get in the... No, it's an infringement there from Doku, is it? Did have an arm over the shoulder of Becker. Ruben Dias at the back post. Becker out-muscled. I guess there is definitely a foul there against the goalkeeper. Now just looking for the disallowed goal foul. The VAR check. Becker jumped with two hands right in front of his goal, a couple of yards away. That's actually Manuel Akanji in his road. So the goal won't actually be added. So just the one goal deficit for Liverpool. And just for a moment it looked as if Manchester City would have daylight on the scoreboard. Plenty of daylight here at the stadium. Lovely weather. It is cold around the United Kingdom. If you are at the stadium and listening in, thank you. It's now Akanji looking for the 1-2 exchange with Alvarez, who's been hacked to ground. There's some contact made there. He's grabbing both feet here. It's against Alexis McAllister. I think Alvarez is undecided which foot is actually being hit. I guess there was a stud there. Perhaps I'm overstating it. It's Alvarez who controlled it with the left, gave the ball away, And the foul came after he made the pass, but it'll be another chance for him. Now, how far is this out? I'd say it's about 30 yards and about 10 yards to the left of the left post. Manchester City with a chance. Bernardo Silva is the left-footed option. Alvarez the right. Just the one in the wall, which is Gravenberch. Alisson Becker doesn't want this to take a touch off the wall and then find one of the corners. It'll be Bernardo Silva to chip it in, and then an unmarked header, free header for Rodri, who has pushed that over the top of the crossbar. Now, was he onside? Definitely he's offside. Wouldn't have counted. I guess everyone had that feeling here as well. There's nothing like the sound of the ball hitting the back of the net. 71st minute at 1-0 for City over Liverpool. Becker spears the pass forward. Good header from Diaz. Solid in defence. Thought he had a goal of his own. Here's Doku now. Took it away from Szoboszlai. Releases Bernardo Silva. Matip is undecided whether to come to him. Eventually does. Space in the middle. Silva around Matip. Was there contact? Silva is incredulous to the decision. He wants a free kick. Liverpool will have a goal kick instead. There's other games to come a little later. There 3 o'clock blackout there. Burnley, West Ham, Luton, Crystal Palace, Newcastle, Chelsea, Nottingham and Brighton, and Sheffield United and Bournemouth. So do tune in for some more Premier League action. Here's half a chance for Nunez. Big save at the near post on the right side of goal from Ederson. The sniff was there. I think even if he had beaten the keeper, he was off target. But Ederson with a hand to that. Wonderful reaction save. I'd say it was going about half a foot wide of the right post. But again, it's City's ability to push Nunez into these acute angles. He had that one chance in the first half on the left foot from the left side of goal. Similar angle this time from about 6 yards out. Liverpool with the goal, with the corner rather. In it comes, and out there is Ederson, owning that area of the box. He'll claim it with 2 hands. Another change is coming for Jurgen Klopp. Now, you'd think with Gakpo warming up, it could be either Szoboszlai. Don't think he'd want to take off Nunez, surely. And definitely not Mo Salah. Luis Diaz has come in for Diogo Jota so far. Curtis Jones out for Ryan Gravenberch. It is Dominic Szoboszlai who'll make way. Cody Gakpo. Another Dutch. Real quality across this Liverpool bench. And the former PSV player is obviously not going to have the same effect as what he would in the Eredivisie. But still entered with a bang, didn't he, last season after joining in January. 2 goals for Gakpo thus far, his 11th appearance. So any kind of goal involvement for him will be welcome here for Liverpool supporters with 17 minutes and added time. Throw for Liverpool. Alexander-Arnold in centrally to Virgil van Dijk. Tsimikas. Gakpo and for his 32nd Premier League game, 9 goals so far and 2 assists. It's not a bad return. Cost 42 million euros there. It's about 40 million quid. I'd say it's around the 44 million US for American listeners. Don't quote me on that. It's around that. Gakpo getting involved down the right side. Chips the ball forward for Salah. Across comes Akanji. Did he keep it in? Either way, it's going out. It's just a matter of whether it was down near the corner flag or further down the pitch. To be taken by Alexander-Arnold. In it comes towards McAllister. There's 4 City players there. Alvarez is there. Jinks his way across field from Gravenberch, and now Kyle Walker will get a sprint on. down the right side. He's running out of options. Gets a push in the back from Nunez. Holds his ground. Finds Foden. Nunez again comes. Brings Foden down. Surely that is a free kick against the Uruguayan and a yellow cards. But showing what's necessary to stop City from getting forward and getting that second goal, which would surely win them this game. Foden feeling the contacts. Just unsure if he could have gone on with that instead of stumbling to ground. Went down rather easily once he felt that Nunez contact from behind. 75th minute yellow cards, actually the first of the game. So a very clean game. A lot of respect between these two sides. And at this point, it's Man City with a 4-point lead at the top of the Premier League standings. Alvarez, about 10 yards in from the right touchline, and I'd say about 20 yards back from the corner flag, maybe 25. Right side of the pitch. He will deliver this on the right. It'll be an outswinger away from the goal. In it comes to Haaland, who gets to that first. Tough ask to header it past Becker from there. Goes over the top of goal. Real pace on that header. So much power. So lethal in front of goal. And he's shown us today he's been deadly 50 times in the Premier League. Nunez nods that forward. It won't find Salah. Clearance comes from Ake. Foden slow things down. Looking for another way through. Haaland is all alone. Foden looking to get forward with Alvarez. Well done by Luis Diaz though, but he'll run out of space, run out of time, and eventually the referee will blow the whistle. Now who's this against? Is it going against Foden or Luis Diaz? Both players are down. It's like Apollo versus Rocky here. He's going to get up first though. Foden's holding his face. There was the hand to the face of Foden, and I don't think Luis Diaz can argue with that. There wasn't much force behind it, but he did make contact with the face, and that was enough for Foden. That invitation to be sent to ground and waste a few seconds, win City the free kick. And this is on the right side in their own half, about 15 yards back from the halfway line. Kyle Walker will take. They will chip this down the channel. Haaland is the intended target, and nearly an error from Van Dijk. They'll work things out. Becker will hoof it forward. Past Diaz, goes straight out of bounds. City throw. Walker to take, just on the attacking side of halfway. So this result would leave City outright in first place by 4 points. Liverpool would be equal with Arsenal, but Arsenal would have the game in hand. Now City can come down the left side. Doku. Alexander-Arnold just hanging off it. 4 City players waiting in the middle. Not exactly queuing up, but offering something. If Doku can find one of them. Now he'll square things. Get the receive back from Rodri. It'll sit for Silva, who volley it. And it doesn't work out for him. Went over towards Van Dijk, who clears. Now it's Liverpool in transition. The pacey Colombian Diaz. Tracked back well by Kyle Walker. Now the switch comes. Not good enough. It's eventually hit the referee. Otherwise, Kanji complaining to the referee that he got in the way. He's saying City were away down the other end. Still at least, he'd say 70 metres away from Becker's goal. But Diaz closed down superbly by Walker. Now Doku, 79th minute. The step over comes. He gets past Matip. Inside ball. Big save from Becker. Haaland looking for the brace. Got his left boot to it at the left post. Looking to turn it home from 4 yards. And is that a big moment in this game? If Liverpool get something from it, they can thank Becker, who has atoned for that opening goal shambles in the 27th minute. Now a ball out for Salah. Is this the goal? He'll find some space for Alexander-Arnold, and they do have the equaliser. What a strike that is. He's had nothing in front of goal all day, not able to deliver either apart from set pieces, but it is Trent Alexander-Arnold and that strike on the right, a drive across Ederson. In the 80th minute of play, that save from Becker, so crucial. And Liverpool back down the other end, and they make it 1-1 at the Etihad. Mo Salah involved. Started down the left. There was a pass in between Alexander-Arnold and Salah. Salah picked it up, found the number 66, and he wasted no time. Took a touch, got in between two City players, fired it past Akanji into the far corner, the bottom left. Ederson outstretched, couldn't get there. Liverpool supporters that have travelled the 45 minutes to get here are revelling in this one, and so is Jurgen Klopp. Butterflies in the stomach for the German coach. He said it was a super special game, and perhaps they might take a super special result home. Guardiola, he rubs the blade zero across the top in frustration, and it is back. Arsenal fans will be loving that goal. Just as a side note, Liverpool up to 28 points now. City back to 29. I'd say Manchester United fans enjoying that Liverpool goal. There's not much love between the two clubs, but anything to restrict City from storming off to make it 6 from 7. Now Doku. Moments ago he was back down here, couldn't find Haaland in the middle. There's a free kick here against Gakpo, bringing down Akanji. Dangerous area this, because it's the 82nd minute. Doku doing well to get past McAllister, then Gakpo coming across, and he's forcing Akanji to ground. And this is about 24 yards away and about 8 or 9 to the left of the left post. So supreme for a right footer or a left footer to find that near post top corner. The dip needed, but you need that elevation first. And referee Chris Kavanagh draws the line. Literally, I'm talking about, with his can of white spray. 4 men in the wall for Alisson Becker. And Diaz is there. Plenty of South American flavour in this one. A couple of Brazilian goalkeepers. Diaz on one side of the wall, and Alvarez will probably take it. One laying down as well. That's McAllister, just to add to the flavour. It is Alvarez. Really lovely, gorgeous looking free kick. It's hit the top of the wall though, and bounces conveniently for the goal scorer for Liverpool. Alexander-Arnold, his clearance, finds Kyle Walker. 7 minutes to go. Alvarez once more, out to Doku. Just outside the box. Excitement quelled. Here's Alvarez, squares it up. Akanji. Big part of City's performance so far today. Here's Doku, receives from Rodri. A little chip into the box, into the half space. Here's Doku, who fires in, hits 2 Liverpool players. And now's a chance for Salah to go inside out and release Gakpo down the right wing. Across comes Ake. Huge desperation from the Dutch defender. Will send it out. The former Bournemouth player will make sure that Gakpo wasn't away. There's be another 2 changes here as City still refraining. Guardiola making them go as deep into this game as possible. Meanwhile, this is the 4th and 5th change for Jurgen Klopp, who adds a little bit of petrol to the tank. McAllister is one player. Endo will come in. And Harvey Elliott for Nunez. So I'd say this is a situation where Elliott will go into midfield and Gakpo will definitely push up to that striker role. Endo also will come into the midfield for McAllister. So Elliott, just 20 years old, goalless this season, and for his 11th appearance. And Endo immediately on the ball. He was dropped for this game, Wataru Endo. 30 years old and in for his 8th. Still yet to get a goal in this division after leaving Stuttgart. He played in the 5-0 rout of Syria for Japan. He was on the bench for the other 5-0 rout against Myanmar. Here's Doku. Just outside the box, he'll win a free kick for City. Really quick feet there. Alexander-Arnold complaining with a little under 5 minutes to go. Now, what is Guardiola going to do? Matip's going to the book for this. Matip was stationary, and behind was Alexander-Arnold. To the side was Elliott, and Doku was able to weave. Eventually went to ground, won the free kick, and these are those crucial pieces of play towards the end of a match. And now it's a yellow card for Matip. He's the only player out there on one. So Harvey Elliott is the one-man wall. This is about 21 yards back from the goal line and about, I'd say, 15 in from the left-hand touchline. So Silva, you'd think, would want to curl this away. Instead, it's Alvarez towards Haaland, and that's come off a Liverpool player, off Endo. There was two marking Haaland there to try and contain the big Norwegian. Looking for his 51st Premier League goal. I wonder what the records are now that he's got his 50th in record time. 17 games before what Andy Cole was able to achieve. Now another chip into the middle, and Edison pushed into his own goal there. Becker rather, down that end, but he's been fouled in the process because he was pushed in by, I think it's Ake there, or was it Akanji once more? It is Akanji. Just trying to force Becker back into his goal and frustrate the goalkeeper, who's out there now complaining to the referee. First half goal, Erling Haaland. Second half goal, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Becker will take this free kick short. Endo, just in front of the defence, still in their defensive third. Long ball will come from Elliott down towards Salah, headed clear by Diaz, who gets there on the second attempt on the loose ball. Rodri will chip a ball out to the right wing, but there's another whistle gone here. And this is a foul against Manuel Akanji in the 88th minute. Pep Guardiola still hasn't made one substitution. Does have that reputation for holding on and holding on and holding on. He must like the dynamic out there. Full faith that his players have enough nuclear-powered kind of side, Manchester City. Another yellow card's coming. I think this is going to Bernardo Silva for saying something to the referee. Did see him flash that, referee Chris Kavanagh. Indeed, it is going to Manchester City number 20, Bernardo Silva. That is his third of the season. Michael matches 3 assists and 3 goals. Back underway, Edison finds Ake, defensive third, forward pass towards Silva, and he's knocked over by Gakpo. It was intentional, that's for sure. Not enough in it for a card. It'll be a simple free kick, and now Akanji back in. Square it up for Diaz to run onto. Makes his way towards the halfway. Liverpool have done well here to ensure there's really not much in there behind, but Alvarez makes something from nothing. Here's Foden on the 1-2. Alvarez inside for Rodri. The City happy with the points, happy with possession, that's for sure, but they've given it away here with Luis Diaz stealing it off Foden. Inside for Gravenberch. That's gone out of play though. City will have a throw right side of the pitch around the halfway. Ruben Diaz, former Benfica player. There's a few of them out there that have played there, Bernardo Silva included. Ruben Diaz, and was up against his former Benfica buddy Darwin Núñez. Different periods of their career though. Here's Jeremy Doku on the left side, takes on Alexander-Arnold to the byline. He comes. Was there contact? No. And that's come off the Belgian. So Alisson Becker will be relieved. 8 minutes of stoppages into the first of those. Is Pep going to crack yet? His side have rarely shown any cracks. Liverpool eventually applying enough pressure through a simple Mo Salah pass to open up space for Alexander-Arnold. He's not a man that you want to give too much space to. And there was just enough for him to find a gap. He found that half a yard to drive into the far corner with enough power to beat Edison in the 80th minute. And that was directly after that Becker save to deny City from going too clear. So just looking at the stats, it's still most of the ball, 60% of it with City. 1.41 the XG for them, 0.59 for Liverpool. 13 goal attempts to 8 in the Sofascore stats. And still no change for Pep Guardiola. Quite a stubborn coach when he wants to be. And against Chelsea, he actually did bring off... he made one in the 59th minute, didn't he? Against Chelsea, Grealish and Doku. And then eventually it was Kovacic for Alvarez, and just the two. Doesn't like to tinker with his ideas. Here's Van Dijk. Forward pass is about 30 metres over the halfway line. Gravenberch, Diaz just held up a little. Endo, diagonal pass, finds Gakpo. Tries to get past Doku. He did well to nick it back. And Haaland, Rodri now. Good body language to take the ball away from Endo, but there'll be a free kick awarded and a yellow card coming the way. That's going to go against Gakpo here. No, it's going to Endo. That was a rash challenge. Definitely for the second challenge. So the substitute into the book. Here's Walker. Wants to shepherd this out. He gets a shove in the back for his trouble from Luis Diaz in the 93rd minute. That'll be a goal kick for Edison. But a big month of football for both sides. Fans will be happy to get some continuity back into the season. Euro qualifiers are over. England topping the group. Now Doku dances his way through one. Elliott and then Gakpo get back. Now Salah turns it forward. Elliott in the spot of bother will give it away to Haaland. He's done so well to retrieve that ball. Now he takes it away from Haaland, from Elliott. Palms him off rather, like a rugby winger would. Tries the cross, wins the throw. So it's Liverpool Lask up next in the group stage. on the 17th of December. And in a flurry before Christmas, they'll play West Ham and Arsenal. That'll be huge. A couple of days before Christmas. Late chance here. Bernardo Silva on the volley. On the turn. And it's hit Matip. Silva will try the cross. 95th minute of play. Header forward by Ake. Nice delivery to Doku. It's for a moment there. It looked like Liverpool players thought the play was momentarily paused. Here's Bernardo Silva inside one. Will free up space. It's Doku. Doesn't go for the shot and probably should have. He looked over in his peripheral vision and saw Alvarez and Haaland standing at the right post and unselfishly went to them. It didn't find either of them. Manchester City squandering the 1-0 leads. Here's Foden. Can they wrestle it back? Wants to go inside his man. Good ball in between a couple of City would-be attackers, Doku and Silva, and Foden again with another poor delivery, poor execution in the end, and it looks like it's going to be 2 Premier League draws on the trot for Manchester City. A 4-4 away to Chelsea, and Liverpool, really tough opponent anywhere. Will it end 1-1, or is there something very, very late? Some kind of historical goal. Or is the Trent Alexander-Arnold goal the historic one? We will be proud of that achievement, but boy, what an achievement from Erling Haaland. 50 strikes in this division in just 48 matches. Now up next, City will have a home game against RB Leipzig. Guardiola starting to mouth off now. And it's another one next week as Becker just beats the rush from Haaland. Might be a chance here. Haaland won't get there in front of Tsimikas. Back for Becker. Slices that one clear. It'll sit for Diaz. And now they'll pull forward. Here comes City. One final flurry into the back post. Comes off Alexander-Arnold. Will sit for Doku. Can they defend here? He tries something on the trick stick. Into the middle it comes towards Diaz, and City want a corner. I think John Matip, who's cannot believe that the referee and the linesman haven't ruled for a goal kick. Becker is down. He's holding his right leg. Is there a knee issue there? And he'll have to see out the next 62 seconds. Has he got it in him? Haaland comes over to him. I think he's trying to get in his head. At this stage, Akanji's all over him. And Haaland sniggering off at him. Plenty of red shirts around him to protect, though. And it comes from the left side. It's there to be put home by Haaland, but he's just glanced at to the right of the right post. And that was the moment for Haaland. He's already a hero. But this would have sealed any doubts at all that he is the number one. And that Manchester City are the number one. And Becker not forced into making a save here. And Haaland, well, with that big frame, he had to actually crouch down. He rose that high and he flicked that on. There was no one there to put it in either. And we are at the end of the 8th minute. Liverpool in possession. Salah for Tsimikas. Now Endo. Lay it back. Gets around Walker. Is there something here for an away win? A famous one. Chip ball in. Diaz flicks it on. Out comes Edison. Not enough of a good direction on that one. And the direction will end in a draw here. It'll be something for Jurgen Klopp to savour. It's the first time he's come here, and there's some words between Darwin Núñez and Guardiola. Something happening on the touchline there. Guardiola telling Núñez to come over and have a chat with him. And getting in the road is McAllister. Also Curtis Jones. It's not Darwin Núñez's day. Had a solid game. It's all about his teammate Trent Alexander-Arnold, who got the equaliser. Guardiola is pointing and cursing. I'm not sure what's happened there, but Trent Alexander-Arnold with a reply in the second half. 80th minute equaliser, and Erling Haaland will still have plenty to celebrate for Manchester City. They maintain top spot for now at the apex of the Premier League standings, with Arsenal to play, who could go above them if they can win, and that will be a game that will come against Brentford tomorrow. That's away at the G-Tech for Arsenal, a London derby, and they should be favourites to win that. Liverpool beating Brentford comfortably 3-0 just before the international break.